All right, well, welcome to another edition of 10 Minutes or Less. I am here with San Jose Giants catcher Jeff Arnold, who has the privilege of catching a pretty talented pitching staff here in San Jose. Jeff, just talk in general about some of the guys you get to catch for and that you get to work with.
Yeah, it is. You're right. It is a privilege. It's my second year. I got to catch these guys last year in Lowe, Augusta as well, so I'm a little familiar with them. Having been with them a whole year now. We got Kyle Crick, #1 prospect in the organization, power righty. And then we have some lefties. Escobar just got moved up to AA recently, and Mejia is a young kid, only around, I think he's 19 or 20 years old, but really beyond his age, as is Clayton Blackburn.
Let's talk about Kyle Crick.
Okay.
After coming back from that oblique strain, he's been pretty impressive. A couple 10 strikeout games, one against the Ports, one against the Nuts. Obviously, the fastball is a key part of his game. But talk about his breaking stuff, his curveball and his slider. Why is that so important to his repertoire?
I think it's just important to keep guys, off the fastball. They're a little in between, maybe. They can't just sit dead red. And as he moves up the levels, being able to throw that in a count, in a hitter's count, 1-0, 2-0, being comfortable enough to throw that in there for a strike, so a guy can't at least try to tee off on you. That's a big thing, and he's been trying to develop a changeup as well. So to be a starter, to have that many pitches, hopefully someday down the road I'll be plus to average pitches. It would be nice.
Tell me more about that changeup. What has it been like from your point of view with Kyle working on that changeup?
The changeup for Kyle, it's more, he's got good movement on it. It's a little firm right now. We'd like to have a little more difference in speed off his fastball, just to make it more challenging for the hitter and throw it around the zone a little more. He's kind of down with it, throwing it in the dirt a little bit right now, but there's been some games where it stood out as, this is a pitch. Last game, we didn't think he'd be able to locate it this way, but it's kind of just inconsistent right now, I guess is the best way to describe it.
Let's go back to the fastball. As good as it is, how confident are you to call that pitch in any count?
Pretty confident. There haven't been too many guys scoring this fastball this year, so at this level, that's the main thing. Be able to dominate the count with the fastball, be able to locate it both sides of the plate. He's been working on some two-seam fastballs instead of just throwing four seams. Give him another weapon down the road, hopefully.
Yeah, that's interesting because I've pretty much only seen a four-seam fastball, not a ton of movement on it.
Yeah.
Now let's broaden it a little bit. Talk about all the pitchers. Let's just go through some of the pitches. You'd probably say Crick's got the best fastball.
Yeah.
Out of the staff that you've been able to catch, who do you say has the best curveball or slider?
I'd have to go with Blackburn. He's comfortable. He's beyond his years.
The 12-6.
Yeah, he's beyond his years with that curveball just because he can throw it in any count. He can throw it for a strike. The only thing he's been working on this year is he almost throws it for a strike too often. So when he can command it down in the dirt, just above the plate, that'll be even a better strikeout pitch for him down the road.
Who's got the best changeup?
Best changeup, I'd say one of the lefties. Blach, first-year guy. He's probably got the best changeup as an out pitch. He has shown flashes, and Escobar has as well.
Yeah, I like Escobar as well. So I haven't gotten a chance to see Blach yet. I'm looking forward to eventually doing that. All right, now aside from those pitches we talked about, maybe some other specialty pitches. Who's got the best specialty pitch other than the ones we talked about?
Last year I caught Blackburn. He had a lot of success with his sinker, and this year it's something he had early on in the season, but he's gone through a stretch here where it hasn't been the same for him. So he's kind of working through that right now. I think it's a good thing for him. So down the road he'll be able to, if he goes through a stretch like this again, where he's not commanding his sinker, it's not having the same life on it, he'll be able to go back to this time and say, "Oh, this is what I was doing wrong. Maybe I can fix it quicker."
With him having that sinker, do you think maybe he's probably the toughest guy you catch, or would you say someone else?
Toughest guy to catch. I'd probably say Crick, just because he's such a raw talent. He has such good stuff. He throws so hard. Blackburn's around the plate a lot, but like you said, the sinker is a tough pitch to catch. Just to make it look good because he's got that downward action on it. But I'd say Crick got the big.
All right, let's move on to you a little bit more. How much do you have a say what pitches guys throw? Are they up there throwing a game, or are you making most of the calls out there? Or is it kind of a half and half thing?
I'd say it's a half and half. Some guys put a little more trust into me. Blackburn's he's like I said, he's beyond his years when it comes to that mental side. So I would let him throw what he wants to throw.
Okay.
I pretty much let any guy throw what he wants to throw, but not too many guys shake me off. We've kind of established that reputation over the last couple of years working together. They believe that what I'm calling is the best pitch.
What is it about being a catcher that you enjoy so much?
Probably the most fun thing is throwing guys out. But what I like doing is helping these guys along the way. That's my main job while I'm here, is to help them succeed, hopefully teach them some things along the way. I'm a little older guy, played the game a little longer than them, seen a little more. So I enjoy helping the guys that I work with, the pitchers.
You've had a much more impressive offensive season than you've had in the past few years. What would you say has contributed to your rise in almost every offensive category? Home runs, RBIs, doubles.
I think the main thing is I've really studied hitting a lot this year. I learned some things in the offseason, and the Giants staff, Steve Decker's in town, he's helped me. Our hitting coach lives in Nava along the way as well. But I really like to study Major League guys, Posey, guys on the Giants. What makes them so good, what sets them apart. I try to replicate it. Obviously, I'm not at their level yet. Hopefully someday I can at least say I did everything I could to become as good as they are.
Now, what about Buster Posey have you noticed in all the studying you've done that's really stuck with you, that you want to emulate?
It's just how long his bat stays in the zone, how he's able to hit the ball the other way so well, drive the ball with authority that way, handle off-speed pitches. He's just a pure hitter. He's not just a power guy that's going to strike out a lot. He controls the strike zone well, which is something I need to, maybe I could talk to him someday. He can give me some tips on that. Yeah,
obviously he'd be a great guy to talk to with you guys both being catchers now. What specific things are you working on right now to progress your game, whether it's defensively or offensively?
Offensively, I'm really trying to cut down on strikeouts. That's been my main weakness this year. I need to put the ball in play a little more often, give myself a chance to get a hit and help the team. By putting the ball in play, some good things can happen. Defensively, just continue to learn how to call the game. I feel pretty confident with my receiving, blocking, things like that. So just the mental side, more experience, I think will help me evolve in those areas.
All right, well, this has been another edition of 10 Minutes or Less. Thanks to Jeff Arnold for taking the time today.
Appreciate it.
Best of luck out